JJ, congratulations. How are you feeling today?
I feel great, thank you.
So, like you said after your fight in the cage, you made a quick turnaround from Singapore to here. How was that turnaround for you and your team?
It was really good. I came out of Singapore unscathed, came back healthy. I had teammates in camp, so I had to get back to the gym right away, help them, spar with them and stuff. So we're actually all fighting on the same day, which is crazy. But yeah, everything turned out well. Took a couple weeks off after Singapore and got right back to it. So the call came in and it seemed like yes was the right answer.
What were like the biggest threats that Montana showed you today?
She kicked a little bit more than I thought she would. Like, she always will throw kicks and stuff in the gym, but I feel like they're a little bit more intentional tonight. So I felt like she did a good job with that. I thought she would shoot a little bit more, but I think just with my movement, it makes it hard.
And what's the plan now, right? I mean, you got 2 back-to-back wins in less than 2 months. Is there a specific name you want, or just what do you want to do now?
Honestly, this fight came about so fast, I didn't even have time to think about nothing else. Didn't really have time to game plan against Montana. We just had to be as ready as I could be for myself. So, no, I have no idea what's next. Definitely go home and take a little bit of time off and probably fight next year.
And when you look at your record, you've had 2 losses against Blanchfield and Lipsky. I mean, they're doing pretty well right now. Is that something? Those are 2 girls you'd like to run it back with one day?
Yeah, definitely. Erin, I was doing really well in that fight, and obviously slipped up, made a mistake, but that just gives me the confidence. I know I belong in the top. I just have to stay true to myself, stay confident, and keep working hard. I'll get there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
JJ, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Awesome performance. As you mentioned with Hero, she didn't shoot in, so that really let you show your hands off tonight. Your boxing looked great.
Thank you.
Is this something obviously you're working on it, but you were proud of tonight? Because I saw her face, I saw your face, and man, you really were able to just tag her, were able to just pick her apart.
Yeah, we've trained together, like I said, so I think I just was able to find my distance and throw a little bit faster, not be as hesitant, because, I've seen her in front of me so much that, that's what I should be able to do in every fight, though, right?
Awesome stuff. And you kind of touched on it, but we saw a more calculated JJ tonight. Like, you really listened to your corner. I was lucky enough to hear it, and you just put things together. You seem disciplined. How great has this evolution been, how you're just progressing in your career?
It's been great. I've been with my coaches for a while now, so I feel like the trust is there for them and for me, and just being able to focus on adjustments throughout the fight and not thoughts and feelings. The fight's going to get crazy. It's going to be hard, but just staying calm in there, I think that's my biggest evolution as a fighter right now.
Absolutely. And if I can ask, what was the game plan going in? Did you expect it to be wrestling, grappling heavy, or did you expect it to be a Muay Thai fight for 15 minutes?
I definitely thought it was going to be in the clinch a lot more, not necessarily on the ground, because I think we even each other out a lot, but I thought we'd be fighting the clinch a little bit more. But yeah, like, it being a striking battle doesn't surprise me, just because we're so familiar with each other,
Is it hard at all to go in there with a friend, if you will? I mean, you guys are comrades, like you're here at war, but does it kind of mess with you psychologically at all when you're like, man, I know this girl?
I never called and asked to fight Montana, but the fight kept getting offered, and I'm not in a position to turn down fights right now. You know what I mean? I can't put somebody else's career ahead of my own. So when the call came in, they've tried to match us up multiple times, and this was the day. So
there you have it. And last for me, how cool was it to have Pat and Rose right to kind of shout you out when you walked out the cage?
Yeah, it was amazing. We've been training together for years now, and we're either in camp so the other one can't go or whatever, but we try to make it to each other's stuff when we can. So it was great having them there, and they're always good energy, good people to have around.
Awesome. Great way to start the night. Congrats on that win.
Thank you so much.
You mentioned that you felt a little bit more at ease out there. Was part of that from the familiarity of having her as a past training partner, or does that just speak to the maturation? Like you said, you just fought recently as well in Singapore. Was it partially due to that history of her, or is that just you being more at ease with yourself going into the cage?
I think it has more to do with myself. I feel like even in Singapore, I was more composed. Things got a little crazy in that fight, but I felt like I stayed composed and I landed on top, finished the fight. So, it did have something to do. Like, obviously, we're familiar with each other, but I think it's just my evolution as a fighter, and just being more in control of my thoughts and feelings in the moment and not let my thoughts and feelings get away from me.
Do you like these short notice fights? Relatively short notice fights?
Yeah, I haven't done one for a really long time. I think my last short notice fight was to get into the UFC, so a while ago. But I like this one because I did really well. So
Yeah, I can say a lot of times we hear fighters say that, you know, having to be more short notice, so they don't have it in their head for so long. They could just focus on how their training is, focus on the weight thing. So I guess going into it, did you feel that you didn't have that, I guess, as much pressure because it wasn't on your mind for so long?
yeah, I think there was different kind of nerves just because we trained together. But you know, it felt really familiar because I had just done it. You know what I mean? And my weight didn't get crazy because I fought not too long ago. So I think if it was maybe like 3 months removed from a fight and then like you want to fight in 2 weeks, you know, I might be a little bit more nervous, just not in fight shape or my weight not as good as it could be. But yeah, I felt like this worked out perfect for me.
And last for me, I don't know if you got a chance to talk with her. Did you get to have a chance to say any words to her afterwards? Or is this the kind of thing that you'd reach out in a couple weeks and like, hey, how are you doing? You know, kind of deal.
Yeah, I gave her a hug. I said all love, you know. It's business, and I hope she understands that, you know.
Congrats on the victory.
Thank you so much.
JJ, just one question for me. So you said you don't want to fight again this year. So 3 fights on the year. What are your takeaways from the calendar year? You know, what did you improve on? What are you really looking forward to improve it for 2024?
Yeah, I didn't start the year off great, but you know, I think that just lit a fire under me to finish the year out strong, and I feel like I did. I also said last fight I wasn't going to fight until next year, so we'll see what happens. But you never know, man. So when they call, sometimes you just got to answer.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.